Well, about time to go ahead and call it a quit, man. I kind of figured out the headlight solution. Because this was not going to work. You see all these raggedy ass wires hanging from my headlights? Yeah, that ain't safe. I ain't finna be riding and smell something smoking in my whip, man. All them wires gotta be straight, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I'm finna shut it down. Go ahead and call it a day, get up out of here. Yep, that's it right there, man. We got baby out here washed up, looking good. And that Manette's, man, it's doing this damn thing.
Walk like, talk like, move like juice. Walking like, talking like, moving like, ooh. Bigger cycle, motorcycle, jumping out the roof. Smoking like, drinking like, roaming out the roof. Walk like, talk like, move like juice. Walking like, talking like, moving like, ooh. Bigger cycle, motorcycle, jumping out the roof. Jumping out hopping out the roof. Evacuate the truck and then I get into a demon. You know I'm about the water, I don't really need a reason. I was at the bottom with the bloods, I was anemic. I don't wanna talk about it, way too hot, it ain't the season. Staying low key, where's luxury, have you seen them? Got me looking like I'm out about it, fun is my demeanor. Here at the location and I'm getting out the leaner. I ain't doing no complaining, I'm just trying to get the beamer. Trying to get the bag of women popping out the show. And I only act that woman putting on the show. Cooking up the product, then I put it up for show. Better pay me like I'm Kirkle, I'm a whipping with the dough. Hands so tight, I'll captivating when I flow. Even when I'm in the dark, I still can manage with the glow. Haven't given up because my flag is on the pole. This is just another lover, ex Mario, you know. Sneaking in the building and I'm coming out the window. Got no baby mama, but I hit a couple widows. Love me when I'm down, but it's hate when I get sindo. Only in the back because I'm black and got the stilo. Promising it never gonna be another me though. I can help them win some rings even when I'm getting zero. Dog 30 heat, King James, you a hero. Try to do as the Romans, everybody can't be Nero. Walk like, talk like, move like, juice. Walking like, talking like, moving like, ooh. Bigger cycle, motorcycle, jumping out the roof. Smoking like, drinking like, roaming out the booth. Walk like, talk like, move like.
Man, this is the first time I'm gonna crank this thing up in a few months. It hasn't been serviced in a long time. I believe the last time I rode this thing is, it's been a while. It's really been a while. I don't even remember last time I rode this thing, just because of so many things that happened this summer. Ain't no telling, but still a work in progress, but it's running. It's on its own. It's not in pieces. And that's where I'm at now. Once I get something all the way back together, I'll never bust it all the way back down to just pieces. I'll never do that process again once it's up and going. So even with this Monte Carlo, I really didn't want to have to bust this thing down. But I need to take off these this front bumper, take all these bolts off, all these nuts and everything. And I'm gonna try to run the wires. I'm gonna bust the zip tie open, start kind of running the wires where they need to go for the motor and the headlights and things. I'm not sure which is what. I know it's grounds in here. It's all kinds of different plugs and wires. I know all my headlight bulbs are over here on this one. So I'm gonna try to run most of the headlight bulbs, turn signals, things of that nature. Try to see where they go. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put y'all in time lapse. So I'm gonna try to bust this one down. Got the horn on this side. I know the horn goes over here. Try to find a couple more places that it may go to. I was looking for the buckets for the headlights. It looked like I'm just gonna have to just stick it out with these for a little while on the high beam buckets. Not excited that it's going that way. Not happy about that at all. But it is what it is. This is kind of how it's gonna be. I could power wash them up a little bit, but yeah, that's how it's gonna go. So I may sand it down and try to paint it just so it'll look a little bit better, but with that rust on the back, it's just I don't know. So I'm gonna figure it out. But he messed up the both headlight beams when he put those HIDs on there, those old school HIDs. But this is good practice for me. I'm not doing no complaining. Just trying to get to it. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing that I'm about to do. I believe I'm gonna redo that AC delete box. It looks good, but I know it could be better. And I wound up having to pick up some reducer and some thinner, pick up a couple more supplies. That's really why I was kind of being like stingy with the material, because I didn't want to have to go all the way back to my supply store all the way on the other side of town. But OG gave me some parts. He gave me, he sold me a splash guard for really, really cheap. And then he was like, well, hey, I don't need these springs. So he threw these springs in there for the rear. So he's helping me kick off the rear end rebuild by giving me these springs. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin this around so y'all can kind of see what I got. But shout out to my boy Lee Perez. That's Lee's Therapy Garage. I'm gonna have to drop his information, but it's somebody that I'm always linking up with. He's a mastermind with these G bodies. So that's what I'm learning is it's a lot of people that resell these parts. It's a lot of people that have inventory, and there's a lot of people that really love these cars. But there's some parts that you just can't find no more. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and spin y'all around and show y'all these splash guard. This is the passenger side. He gave me the passenger side. It's not the prettiest. Not the prettiest at all. It's actually seen a little bit of a fire. But I'm gonna hit all this with some 320. I'm not gonna try to make none of it perfect. I'm just trying to make it just look better than what I have. That's it. That's my only goal. Just to make things look a little bit better than what it really is. I may have to hit some of those areas with some 180 to get the rust off, primer it, come back tomorrow, sand it, paint it, get ready to put it back on there. He gave me these rear springs for the rear. He said that these are about 1.5 inch drop on the rear. We will see. I probably need to do a 2 inch more in the rear, because I believe that the rear sits up 2 inches more than the front. I already did a 1 inch on the front, but we'll take whatever we could get. He gave them to me. I ain't doing no complaining. And we have the power steering pump and the pulleys. Those are something else I'm gonna need. The alternator bracket. That's the alternator bracket and pulleys, and then the power steering pump and bolts and everything are right there. That's for the 350 Vortec. I will need to replace all the alternators and everything. Right now, I'm just trying not to buy no more parts, because I'm at a high risk of buying the wrong parts all the time. All right, so it is definitely a little bit of paint in here. So y'all can see that ain't good right there at all. I'm about to clean this gun really good. But now that I got some thinner, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do to get that gun clean. Start setting up the paint, being I haven't painted it in a long time. And I'm gonna keep on fooling with everything, man. Just keep on trying to make little progress here at every chance I get, man. So it's looking pretty good. So man, y'all just stay tuned, man. Finna get to it. right, so I finally came back. It's been a while since I've been back over here at the shop. My pieces are not going to be perfect. I only came to that to accept that. So I'm probably going to just wet sand this with some 400. Get it ready for some paint. Not 400, maybe just a Scotch Brite. Go over these primer areas, red Scotch Brite. It feels really good. Probably just hit it with a couple coats of black gloss. Spray a couple coats of clear. Go ahead and get that done. Now I started messing with this wire harness. And I did run it a little bit to some of these light fixtures and things. And try to latch them in on the clips and stuff. So I definitely know that it's not supposed to be running on the top side like that. I believe it goes on the bottom. This wire harness right here. I believe it goes along the bottom of this somehow. I'm gonna have to get that part figured out. So I know it's another piece that goes on there. I may actually throw the front bumper back on. Cause I already had these lights put on there. But it's starting to come together. I just ordered the pins for the doors. I got a set of pins coming from Dixie Restoration. I don't believe this side needs the pins, but I will have them, and I might as well go ahead and do both pins. I believe the hinges on the other side are still good. Those are the motor mounts. I ordered them a while back. I'm not gonna fool with them right now. I may have somebody come over and try to help me put those in, but I kind of wanted to hold off until the motor situation. I'm trying to do all I can on my own right now. So this that top side right here is freshly powder coated. That shield. This is the cover that goes right here by the hood somewhere. I believe it goes like this. It goes somehow like that. Maybe more like this. Because I know there's other pieces that people buy that go on the sides and cover up this area right here. And then it's the third piece right here. This is like more like a shroud, but not the radiator shroud. I have the radiator shroud in the trunk. And so yeah, that third piece that goes right here. But I could open it up, kind of see. I know it looks good though. Yeah, it's gonna go something like this because all these holes right here are right there. And so I think it goes like that right there. I just know it has to have this piece has to have I'm probably gonna try to put that on tonight. Yeah, I may try to put that on tonight. Ain't no telling. I've been looking at my little AC delete box, my little AC delete plate. I think that I could get this just a little bit more cleaner. I really feel like I could go a little bit more glossed out with it. But being that eventually I'm gonna take this off anyway, ain't no need for me to put a bunch of more time into it. That's gonna be good enough. Because ultimately that's just a temporary fix. These lights are a temporary fix. I plan to come back with the lights and I'll probably not spare no expense when I come back to do the lights. But right now, I just need to just minimize some of these screws and some of these bolts, because I'm still trying to track down where pieces and parts and bolts go, nuts, washers. Like, I know that this is where the ground wire gonna go. So I know this has something to do with the ground wire right there. I can look at that instantly and tell that what these two are. So these gonna go somewhere in the inner fender somewhere. I'm not sure about those spacers still, but I did bring out the Haynes rebuild book, where you have the wire diagram there at the back. And so this is what I need to be looking at right here. Body and lighting. As y'all can see, the engine compartment, instrument panel, all the information is right here. It's just that I'm very impatient. I'd rather just deal with somebody that already done dealt with it before. Because if you look at it, it's just, man, it's so much. It's too much. Let's see. I may need to actually look this over a little bit more, spend a little bit more time reading this, because that's what it's talking about right here, that bulkhead connector. Well, man, y'all just stay tuned. I'm gonna do a little work, and I'll be getting back with y'all. Yep, just that book. If you got a G body and you need to figure out something, this is the book I recommend. You can buy it off of Amazon. This is it right here. I have quite a few of those. I usually buy them from almost every car that I own. I think I have my Caprice in here somewhere, the box Chevy one. So I bought the Chilton for the box Chevy. All these are like for 9.8s, Delta 88s, box Caprices, all the full-size cars, Parisiens, Caprice Classic, Impala. You know, I got the electric LeSabre. Y'all see all of them, the Oldsmobiles, the 9.8. I was thinking about doing the 9.8 instead of a box Chevy. It's just something that you don't really see a lot of. Everybody could do box Chevys, and I've already done one. I already own one. I had a 9.8, and I had a Delta 88 coupe. I had quite a few of these cars. So I have the books for all of them. But yeah, man, y'all just stay tuned. Ooh, look at the depth on that black. Yeah, now that's how it's supposed to look. Even though I got those burnt spots in there, I'll be looking to see if it's runs, but it's gonna be glossed out one way or another, even with the runs, if it is some. A lot of those flaws were from all those little burnt spots. There is trash in it. I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, but as long as it's wet and it looks better than what it was. Now, mind y'all, this is some used parts. It's 38 years old, so it's not gonna be flawless. I could have made it flawless, but this is meant to be a driver, and right now we try to get on the road, so I can't be nitpicking about everything. But I think that's pretty decent, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think.